class. Today we're going to be starting our new reading unit, okay? But before we start reading, I want you all to put your thinking caps on, and we're going to answer a couple questions. So you're going to get with your elbow buddy and jot down a couple of things that you say, okay? So your first question is, what do you think the word Titanic means? And remember to use your context clues while you answer. So what do you think Titanic means? Talk with your buddy, think about it.
I will look at it. Size. Maybe as well.
And get your last thoughts out.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so what are some things that you guys came up with about the word Titanic?
Well, we talked about its size.
Its size, that's a good thing to think about, okay? So the size. What else? What about the size? Did you think big, little, medium?
Big, we thought it was strong.
You thought it was big and strong, okay. You think it means big and strong. What else? What else did you guys talk about?
Talking about like how powerful it was.
Powerful, great word. So powerful, Titanic means big, strong, powerful. Great job. What other words did we come up with?
It's a ship.
A ship, good. Hold on to that. We're going to come back to that, okay? We're talking about the Titanic in terms of an adjective. That's it in terms of a pronoun. Good job. Let's hold on to that. What else? Good. Huge. Okay, good. All right. So Titanic means of exceptional strength, size, or power. So kind of all what you guys said. You said it was powerful, you said it was big, you said it was strong. Okay, so some other examples of this would be like an elephant or a whale. Okay? Do you have any questions on that? Great job. Okay, your next question. What was the Titanic? Now we're thinking of it in terms of a pronoun, like Brittany said before, okay? So let's revisit that. What was the Titanic? Jot some stuff down. Talk about it with your elbow buddy. You have a minute.
Yeah, we did hit into an iceberg, you're right. I thought about that too. And how a lot of people died, and how it was a tragedy.
I thought it was just big.
Okay, a minute's up. So what was the Titanic itself? Okay? What did you guys come up with?
Well, like Brittany said before, it was a ship.
A ship, very good. So it was a ship, okay? What kind of ship was it? Who was on the ship? Do we know? Was the ship carrying people? Was it carrying goods? Does anybody
People.
know? People, good. Okay, hold on to that. Does we have anything else?
It was like a cruise.
It was like a cruise, good word.
It turned out to be a tragedy.
It turned out, yeah, it went bad, right? Okay, so, what was the Titanic? The Titanic was a British passenger liner or a cruise ship, like Tia said, and it sailed from Southampton to New York City in the year 1912. So that was over 100 years ago. Does anybody know where Southampton is? No? Okay, so that's in England, so it had to sail across which ocean to get here? Pacific? No. What ocean did it have to sail across? To get to Atlantic. Very good. Okay. So do we have any questions on the Titanic? And here are some pictures of it. You can see how big it is, right? Look at how big. All right. Your next question. What was the tragedy of the Titanic? But first, does anybody know what the word tragedy means?
Something really bad.
Something really bad. Good. What else? What are some other thoughts on the word tragedy?
Like a severe issue that is affected by many.
Severe, very good word. Okay, so a tragedy is just what you guys said. It's a really bad, unfortunate event that happens, okay? So talk with your elbow buddy about what was the tragedy of the Titanic. Jot some things down, you have a minute.
Well,
thoughts? Okay, so what were some things that you came up with? What was the tragedy of the Titanic? What did you guys come up with? Brett?
Well, we talked about how it hit into an iceberg.
It hit into an
and
iceberg.
A lot of people died because of it.
Right? That's a big tragedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a good thing. Okay, what else? Did you guys come up with anything else?
All the food was gone.
All the food was gone, yeah. They lost a lot of stuff. They lost all the food, there was cars on board, a lot of stuff was lost, right? Okay. Anything else? Jewelry was lost too. A lot. It was a big tragedy. Okay. So, unfortunately, the Titanic never made it to New York City. The ship sank after colliding with an iceberg in the North Atlantic Ocean on the morning of April 15th, 1912. And what does the word collide mean? What do you guys think collide means?
Crash.
Crash, good word. What else do you think collide means?
To hit into something hard.
To hit into something hard, right? So the ship collided with an iceberg, or it crashed with the iceberg, and it hit it so hard that it caused it to sink, right? Okay. So today, we are going to be reading the book, What Was the Titanic by Stephanie Saville. You guys are going to begin reading it. You're going to read the first half with your reading partner. And it talks about all the different aspects of the Titanic, who was on board, how was it built, how it crashed, all of that stuff, okay? So I want you guys to focus on these vocabulary words. So we're going to say them out loud, and I want you all to jot them down, because we're going to worry about them. Ready? So the first word is Titanic. Say it with me. Titanic. Okay, write that down. Next word, Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean. Write that down. Next, immigrants. Immigrants. Next word, oilers. Oilers. Next, cargo. Cargo. Next word, iceberg.
Iceberg.
Next, steamships. Steamships. Okay, now we have blueprints. Blueprints. And the last word is showstopper. Showstopper. Great job, okay? So you're going to be focusing on these words, and here are some additional words that you're going to see in the text. But I really want you to focus on these words as we're reading, okay? So, you're going to work with your partner, and you're going to read the first half of this book that I'll pass out in a minute. And as you read it, you guys are going to be completing a graphic organizer that has to do with all of the different constructional components of the Titanic. Okay, so you're going to be reading about how it was constructed, the different aspects of it that makes the ship work, and all those things. So as you're doing that, you're going to be using your close reading skills, and you're just working with one other person. Okay, I'm going to hand out the material now. Graphic organizer. Graphic organizer. Okay. All right, and you guys can begin.